The next morning, the house smells like fresh coffee and tension. Mom hums while writing guest lists in perfect loops. Dad checks his emails between bites of toast. Bella scrolls through her phone, laughing at messages. I pour my coffee and pretend I'm part of the picture. But I'm just the backdrop. I've been the backdrop for years. At 16, I canceled my own plans to book Bella's DJ. At 18, I decorated her venue instead of going to prom. At 21, I missed my dinner reservation for her catering crisis. They called me responsible. They meant replaceable. Every memory of her parties shines like gold. Every memory of mine fades like dust. Last year, Mom forgot to say happy birthday. She texted the next day. Sorry, dear, things were hectic with Bella's event. Things are always hectic with Bella's event. I scroll through old photos on my phone. Her candles, her smiles, my blurred face behind them. I wonder when I learned to smile without being seen. Rachel once said I'm addicted to fixing chaos. Maybe she's right. Maybe that's the only way I know to exist. Dad calls from the kitchen. Kendall, did you confirm the champagne order? My stomach tightens. They never even ask if I want to. Just assume I'll say yes. Yes, Dad, I answer automatically. The words taste like surrender. I check my savings account again. 3,000 left. Enough for rent, enough for someone else's dream. Bella sends me a message. Make sure the balloons are white, not cream. Cream is tacky. I stare at the text. Then at the reflection in my laptop screen. I look tired. Not just from work, from years of being the background character. I close the chat. Silence feels louder than any ringtone. I remember my 16th birthday. They promised a small dinner. We ended up at Bella's volleyball tournament instead. She won a trophy. Everyone cheered. No one noticed the cake melting in the backseat. I remember 22. I bought myself flowers and pretended they were from someone else. I remember 25. Mom said, let's skip this year, honey. We're exhausted after Bella's party. Exhausted from celebrating someone else. I sip my coffee and open a new browser tab. The cursor blinks like a heartbeat. Beach rentals, Florida, sunrise view. Something pulls inside me, quiet but certain. I imagine waves instead of chandeliers. I imagine laughter that belongs to me. For a second, I almost close the tab. Then I don't. I scroll through pictures of ocean houses with blue walls and open decks. Places that don't need me to fix them. Places that exist just to be beautiful. My heart beats faster. It feels wrong and right at the same time. Maybe this is how freedom begins. Not loud. Not planned. Just one small choice that finally belongs to me. That night I can't sleep. The ceiling looks too white, too empty, like it's waiting for a decision. The clock blinks past midnight. My laptop glows in the dark. Florida stays open in the last tab. Blue houses, wooden decks, sunlight on glass. I scroll slowly, heartbeat steady but sharp. One picture stops me. A small bungalow with floor-to-ceiling windows facing the sea. It looks simple. Honest. Free. I click the link again, and again like I need permission. Then I whisper to myself, book it. My finger hovers. I think of Bella's party themes, gold invitations, fake smiles. I think of my birthdays, forgotten messages, empty chairs. Then I press the button. A message appears, reservation confirmed. My chest fills with something new. It isn't fear. It's relief. For the first time, I spend money on me. Not her. Not them. Just me. My phone buzzes. Mom's name lights up. I let it ring. It stops. Then rings again. This time I turn it face down. The silence feels like power. Morning comes with sunlight and guilt fighting for space. At breakfast, I answer questions on autopilot. Yes, I called the florist. Yes, I confirmed the venue. Every lie slides out easily. They don't notice. They never do. In my head, I'm already gone. Rachel texts me, "You serious about Florida?" I send her a screenshot of the confirmation. She replies with 3 words, "Proud of you." I laugh, but it sounds like crying. At work, I stare at spreadsheets and dream of waves. My phone buzzes again. Bella wants diamond-shaped confetti now. I type a fake response. On it. I open a new document and title it My Birthday. Inside, I list things I've never had. Quiet morning. Real laughter. People who come because they want to, not because they're invited. Lunch with no rules. A cake with my name on it. The list grows longer. I read it twice. It doesn't feel selfish. It feels overdue. That evening, I pour wine and start creating fake vendor forms. Logo, signature, deposit confirmation. If they want paperwork, they'll get it. By midnight, the plan looks perfect. Emails ready. Contracts attached. Every line of text a small rebellion. Rachel calls again. Her voice sounds like summer. "Feels good, doesn't it?" she says. I nod even though she can't see me. "It feels real," I whisper. She laughs softly. "That's because it finally is." I close my laptop and stare out the window. The city hums outside, same as always. But something in me has changed. Tomorrow I'll smile at breakfast. I'll promise deposits in floral colors. They'll think everything's under control. And they'll be right. Everything is under control. Just not the way they think. By Friday morning, the plan is alive. My inbox is full of fake confirmations I wrote myself. The fonts match perfectly. The vendors sound real. Mom would never notice the difference. She only reads the totals. Bella calls at noon. Her voice drips with impatience. "Did you order the crystal fountain yet?" I tell her yes. She doesn't say thank you. She never does. When the call ends, I delete her contact photo. No more perfect headshot staring at me. I replace it with a blank gray circle. Peaceful. At work, I open the tab for Florida again. The rental company sends me an email. Deposit received. Those 2 words feel like air after drowning. Rachel stops by my desk with coffee. "You ready for your great escape?" she whispers. I smile, the kind that hurts my cheeks. Almost. That evening, I meet her and Michael at my apartment. The folder, labeled My Birthday, sits open on the counter. Inside, flight details, beach photos, and a checklist. They read it like a map to freedom. Michael raises his glass. To the girl finally choosing herself. I clink mine softly. To never going back. The night stretches long with laughter. We plan small details that mean everything. A breakfast by the sea. A day swimming with dolphins. A single candle on a chocolate cupcake. Nothing fancy. Everything perfect. Saturday morning, my family holds another planning meeting. Bella storms about the centerpiece height. Mom sighs about table linens. Dad mentions budget flexibility. I nod at all the right times. My face calm. My heart elsewhere. "Can you handle the new deposits?" Dad asks. "Of course," I say. I always do. Later, I deposit their check into my account. The teller smiles. "Saving for something special?" "Yes," I answer. "Very special." Sunday night, I pack quietly. No one knows I own a suitcase this small. Inside, sundresses, books, and a swimsuit still with the tag. I check my flight again. Wednesday, 6:10 a.m. My stomach flutters like it's learning to breathe. Rachel texts, "We're in, tickets booked." Michael sends a screenshot of seats beside mine. It feels real now. Not a fantasy. A beginning. I pour another glass of wine and look at the old folder on my shelf. The one labeled Bella's birthdays. I run my hand over it once, then drop it in the trash. It lands with a quiet thud. A sound so small, but it feels like thunder. I sit back, letting the silence fill the room. For years, I've done everything for everyone else. But tonight, I made the one plan that's truly mine. And for the first time, I can't wait for my birthday to arrive. The alarm goes off at 3:30 a.m. I'm already awake, suitcase by the door. Rachel texts, outside, no lights. I take one last look at the apartment. It feels lighter without the guilt. I lock the door and walk down the quiet hall. The world's still asleep. Freedom smells like cold morning air. Rachel hugs me before taking the bag. Operation Birthday Girl begins, she whispers. We drive in silence, city lights fading behind us. At the airport, my hands tremble at check-in. The agent smiles. You've been upgraded to first class, Miss Hayes. Rachel grins beside me. See, the universe is on your side. I laugh, soft but real. On the plane, I turn my phone to airplane mode. The vibration of missed calls stops instantly. Peace. Hours later, sunlight pours through the window. The ocean below looks endless. When we land, warm wind hits my face. I breathe in salt and possibility. The rental car hums along coastal roads. The bungalow waits, pale blue and perfect. Rachel, Michael, and Lisa stand on the porch. They hold a banner that says, "Happy birthday, Emma." My throat tightens. No one has ever done that for me. Inside, sunlight floods through wide windows. White curtains flutter like freedom. Rachel hands me champagne. To the real birthday girl, she says. We clink glasses. The sound feels like breaking chains. Later, I walk alone on the beach. Waves rush over my feet, cool and steady. Years of silence wash away with the tide. Tears mix with salt water. I'm not sad. I'm free. Behind me, my friends call my name. Rachel holds a cupcake with one candle. Make a wish, she says softly. I close my eyes. I wish to never disappear again. When I open them, they're smiling at me. For once, the world feels right. That evening, we cook dinner together. Music plays from someone's phone. Laughter fills the small kitchen. No drama. No pressure. Just people who choose to be here. As the sun sets, I record a new voicemail. Hi, you've reached Emma. I'm unavailable until further notice. The word unavailable tastes sweet. I place my phone face down on the table. Outside, the sky turns gold then pink. I think about the ballroom back home. The decorations that never existed. The panic waiting to unfold. For the first time, I don't care. Let them see what it feels like when I'm gone. I lift my glass again. To being visible, I say. Rachel nods. To being free, she replies. The sound of the ocean answers for both of us. The day I return home, the phone explodes with messages. 60 missed calls. 100 angry texts. Mom, Dad, Bella. Each one sharper than the last. You ruined everything. People were embarrassed. Your sister cried in front of everyone. I let the words blur together. Rachel's voice echoes in my head. Remember why you did this. I whisper it back to myself. I matter too. The taxi stops in front of my apartment. My stomach twists. They're already inside. The door opens before I touch it. Mom sits rigid on the couch. Dad paces by the window. Bella's eyes are swollen and red. How could you do this to me? She screams. Her voice cracks, dramatic as ever. Mom's tone is worse, calm, cutting. You humiliated our family. Dad adds, we raised you better. I set my bag down slowly. No more apologies. No more shrinking. I planned your parties for 11 years, I say quietly. Every candle, every song, every fake smile. Mom opens her mouth, but I keep going. I canceled my own plans. I used my own money. I pull out the folder from my purse. Receipts, screenshots, dates. This is everything I paid for. $6,000. Silence. Even Bella stops crying. Dad clears his throat. That's not the point. It's exactly the point, I say. I've never had a birthday party, not once. I open my phone calendar. See these, Bella's events, every year. I scroll down to mine. Empty. Blank squares for 26 years. Mom waves a hand. Birthdays aren't important at your age. The words hit like a slap. I breathe in slow. You just proved why I had to leave. Bella stands up, trembling. You made me look stupid. I meet her eyes. You did that on your own. Her mouth opens, then closes. Dad steps forward. You're being selfish. For once, yes, I answer. And it feels good. Mom looks stunned. I hold out my hand. My apartment key. She hesitates, then digs through her purse. The metal drops into my palm. It feels heavier than gold. Either we rebuild this with respect, I say, or we don't rebuild it at all. Dad shakes his head. You'll regret this. I open the door. I already regret waiting this long. They file out slowly. Mom looks back once. Bella avoids my eyes. The door clicks shut. I slide down against it, heart pounding. For the first time, the shaking in my hands doesn't mean fear. It means freedom. The room is silent. Then I laugh, small and steady. The kind of laugh that sounds like starting over. A year later, the apartment looks nothing like before. Colors now fill every corner. Yellow pillows, coral lights. Pictures from Florida hang above the couch. The girl in those photos looks free. She is me. My friends crowd the living room with laughter. Rachel carries a homemade cake. Michael pours champagne. Aunt Diane holds a wrapped gift with a silver ribbon. Look at you, she says softly. Standing tall. I smile, brushing hair from my new shortcut. Freedom even changed my reflection. The doorbell rings again. More friends, more warmth. No expectations. No demands. Only choice. Rachel raises her glass. To the year Emma found her voice. Glasses clink, and I feel the weight of that truth. I finally did. After everyone laughs, Aunt Diane pulls me aside. Your mother called, she says gently. She wanted to make sure I'd be here. I nod, unsure how to feel. Mom's birthday card arrived 3 days ago. Simple handwriting. Thinking of you. It's not forgiveness, but it's a start. Dad still keeps his distance. He calls it giving space. Maybe that's progress too. Bella texted last month. Coffee sometime. We met at a quiet cafe. No shouting. No competition. Just two sisters learning how to speak again. She even said, I think I get it now. I didn't need an apology. That sentence was enough. Back at the party, Rachel hands me a gift bag. Inside, a small silver frame. A photo of a little girl blowing candles alone. Me, 4 years old. Aunt Diane took it before everything changed. On the back, a note reads, Someone always saw you. Never forget your worth. Tears sting, but they're soft this time. Not heavy. Not bitter. I place the frame beside the beach photo. Old me and new me, side by side. Michael laughs from the kitchen. Speech, birthday girl. I raise my glass again. Presents over presents, I say. They cheer. Later, when the lights dim and the cake is gone, I step onto the balcony alone. The city hums below. Inside, my friends sing out of tune. I breathe in cool air. Peace feels like this, quiet but alive. Through the window, the Florida photos glow under fairy lights. On my fridge calendar, 2 birthdays mark the same size. Mine. And Bella. Equal at last. My phone rings. Mom's name. I answer. Can you help decorate for your father's retirement party? Her voice is polite, careful. I smile. No, Mom, I say gently. I have plans that day. A pause. Then she says, okay. When the call ends, I look at the sky. The stars don't ask anything of me. They just let me shine back. The party ends, but the warmth stays. Laughter fades into soft music from the street below. I blow out the last candle, watching smoke twist like memory. For years, I lived in someone else's shadow. Now I live in my own light. The silence isn't lonely anymore. It's peaceful. I walk to the window and open it wide. The night air touches my skin like a promise. Tomorrow will come quietly. No grand stage. No audience. Just me. And that's enough. On the counter, the silver frame glows beside the photo from Florida. Past and present, meeting in harmony. I whisper a thank you to the girl I used to be. She waited a long time for this version of us. My phone buzzes with a new message. Rachel, ready for next year's beach trip? I smile. Yes. I'm ready for everything now. The city lights shimmer below, endless and alive. I lift my glass one last time. To freedom, I whisper. To finally choosing me.